And well, it's been a fabulous few days at the Dalal Street. The height continues as far as the market is concerned. Sakshi, it's over to you.
That's right, Vedant. Another day, another high for the markets, with the Sensex trading above the 65,500 mark for the first time ever, and the Nifty trading above the 19,400 mark. Now, of course, we've seen the markets trim those gains slightly in the last few minutes, but a record high nonetheless. Now, experts believe a boost in foreign fund inflows really, as well as, of course, a positive corporate outlook is adding to this momentum. Now, to decode this high further, of course, each day we've seen a new high for the markets, and investors are now curious increasingly. So, to decode this further, we have Mr. Ambareesh Baliga, market expert, joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Will this market momentum continue? Is the big question that everyone's asking.
No, that's true, because the markets, we're finding it difficult to cross that 62,000, 63,000 levels, but once it crossed that, there's been no stopping. And this is also backed by fundamentals, because if you look at the Q4 earnings, they were very decent. Institutional flows are extremely positive after a long time. Macro numbers have been good, whether you talk of GST, whether you talk of growth. Inflation has been benign. RBI has stalled rate hikes. You look at oil and currency, they have been quite steady. And I think lastly, the PM's US visit was actually the icing on the cake. And the only negative which was there was monsoon. I mean, that was the only joker in the pack, but even that's picking up. So if you look around, there's hardly anything negative. So because of which we've seen the markets continue to move up. But, after talking of all these positives, let me also say that at this level, I'm seeing some amount of fraud, a bit of euphoria. And in fact, it's getting a bit expensive, especially just before the Q1 earnings, which will start coming in the next week or 10 days. So I think at these levels, one needs to be a bit cautious. I mean, we've seen a straight move in the last 3 months. So better to book some profits at these levels.
Right. So a lot of factors really adding to those positive cues. Of course, a cautious approach there as advised by you, sir. So many saying, we were reading a lot of reports saying valuation surging at the pace that they are right now could be a concern going forward. Your take on that?
No, absolutely. I mean, that's what I've said. The valuations are getting a bit expensive. And in case there are any disappointments in the Q1 earnings, which should be coming soon, we could see a decent correction in the market. So because of which, after this sort of a move, I think people should take some profits home.
Right. And what about earnings? Of course, we've seen corporate sector outlook, but we've also seen upbeat earnings recently.
Absolutely. Because of the Q4 earnings, I think the expectations for Q1 also would be high. And especially when you have the expectations a bit on the higher side, there is a bigger possibility of a disappointment, and that's what I'm worried about. But let me tell you that, if you're talking about longer term, I clearly see this bull market continuing, but it cannot be a one straight line up. We would have corrections and decent corrections in between, and that's what I see possibly happening over the next month or two.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing both the near-term as well as the long-term perspective for the markets. We will, of course, continue to track them, but for now, it's back to Vedant for other news.